What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, another game that was played today, and today, of course, is the first day of the 2023 NBA playoffs, was between the Boston Celtics and Atlanta Hawks. And me and the brother LB, we talked about this series on his channel. Please subscribe to his channel, the sports and political channel of LB. I think I'll put a link to his channel in the comment section. So this is one of the games. This is one of the series, I should say, where I knew Boston was going to win, but it just depended upon what Celtic team showed up. Would it be a determined Celtic team, knowing that it had sort of played subpar basketball in the second half? Maybe we could make the argument that they were kind of going through the motions, couldn't wait until the playoffs when it really mattered. Would they be a team that would put on, really go full throttle? Or would they be a team playing down to the level of their competition, as sometimes Boston can do? And it was the former. Okay, so now, if we see this type of Boston team, this could be a sweep. Because I was saying that if it was a Boston team that was not playing at full caliber of its full potential, it could go 5, maybe even 6 games. But now I'm thinking sweep. They defeated the Atlanta Hawks 112-99. That final score was not indicative of how impressive Boston was in this game. Boston's defense was stifling from the beginning. They completely shut down Trae Young. And I have some startling stats to give you as far as Trae Young is concerned. Some startling statistics to put out there. Boston had a 10-point lead after the first quarter. They build a 30-point first half margin, blowout margin. Atlanta was able to come back in this game, but they pretty much ran out of gas. They got it down to within 12, but ultimately the Celtics were able to hang on. For the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, 10 of 23 shooting from the floor, 3 of 7 from three-point range. He finished with 25 points and 11 rebounds. Al Horford, whose defense was tremendous in this game. Stats are not indicative of what he did. Sometimes stats don't tell the whole story. 6 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 block, 2 of 4 from three-point range. Marcus Smart, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Like I said, sometimes people look at scoring too much. That's not indicative of what a player is doing out there all the time. 2 of 4 from three-point range. Jaylen Brown, I had some questions as to whether or not that injury to his hand would affect his offense. It didn't do so today. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Did commit 6 turnovers, so maybe it affected him in that way, but 12 of 23 shooting from the floor. And Derek White, 7 of 13 shooting, 4 of 7 from three-point range, 24 points. And that's something that's going to be a problem considering that the Atlanta Hawks defense is terrible. And the only way that Atlanta can really win games is that their guys have to be, really playing at a high level. Their guys really have to be shooting the ball well from outside. They'll be pushing the pace. Trae Young has to play well. DeJounte Murray has to play well. It's almost, for them to win a game in this series, it's going to require both DeJounte Murray and Trae Young to be playing well at the same time. And they still have to be playing decent defense. And that's just a tall order, right now. You know what I'm saying? Robert Williams III, 12 points, 8 rebounds. I should mention him as well. Perfect 6 of 6 from the field. Atlanta, DeJounte Murray, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He did have some key buckets, down the stretch to kind of push the lead. Because like I said, they went on a run. Atlanta was shooting absolutely abysmal at one point in time. So DeJounte Murray's 10 of 25 Actually, is an improvement of what he was shooting at one point in time. But Atlanta, only 5 of 29 from three-point range, only 39% shooting from the floor. And Trae Young, 5 of 18 shooting, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 16 points, plus minus negative 14, 5 turnovers. This is what I want to tell you about Trae Young. And you know I love bringing up Russell Westbrook because he's always mentioned as this horrible, inefficient scorer, right? And there's some justification behind that. But I want to compare their playoff numbers. Okay? I want to compare their playoff numbers. I'm not going to bring up rebounds and assists, but just shooting and scoring and turnovers. Russell Westbrook, in his playoff career, shoots 40.8% from the floor. That's not really good at all. 40.8% from the floor. Right? Trae Young, including tonight's 5 of 18, shoots 39.7% from the floor in the playoffs. But Mike, you'll say he takes threes. Surely that's what's bringing down his field goal percentage. So from three-point range, he's going to be considerably better than Russell Westbrook. Well, Russell Westbrook for his career in the playoffs is 29.6% from three-point range. Trae Young, including tonight's 1 of 5, 28.3% from three-point range. 28.3%. And this guy's supposed to be compared to Steph Curry. This is a guy supposed to be a great sharpshooter. Russ averages 24.6 points per game. Trae has him in that, 25.2, a little bit higher. Here it is right here. Russ averages 4 turnovers per game in his playoff career. 4 turnovers per game. That's high. Trae Young, including tonight's 5 turnovers, averages 4.5 turnovers per game in his career. I don't know what the record is, but I think that might be, as far as per game average, that might be the highest ever. I don't know if he qualifies quite yet, because usually they look for 25 games minimum. He's at 22 games, but he's getting there. He already has the highest turnovers per game rate in the history of the NBA in the regular season, surpassing Russell Westbrook. I'm the only person to ever mention that. Skip's not going to mention that. But Russ averages 4.06 turnovers per game for his career in the regular season. Trae, 4.13. But nobody's going to mention that other than me. Because, and I'm talking about in the media or the mainstream media because there's an anti-Russ bias. But anyway, Trae Young sucks again when it counts. And tell me what you guys think.